Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Hail Mary Meteorology. My name's Mike, and thanks for joining us this morning. Today is Tuesday, February 10th, and this is the U.S. weather briefing for today. And we're going to start off with satellite imagery. I always like starting with this, and we're going to watch a couple systems here on satellite. This potent system just off the coast of California. And then this other system here, another closed low that's dropping due south. These two will interact over the next several days here and then dig into the southwestern United States and then track across the southern tier of the country for this upcoming weekend. Meanwhile, this mammoth upper low just southwest of Alaska, there's going to be a short wave that tracks underneath it. And by this weekend, it's going to reach the West Coast and especially the state of California to bring a lot of precipitation and heavy snow to the mountains out west. So let's look at the current watches and warnings across the country. We do have some winter weather advisories that will slowly expire across portions of the Northeast and New England. The Boston area is just barely in this, but we're not expecting a ton of snow with that system that's digging across the Great Lakes. It's producing a very modest shot of Arctic air. Meanwhile, down along the north central Gulf Coast up into central Alabama here, we've got dense fog advisories. Those will be slow to clear out as we move into midday here. Meanwhile, with that upper low off the west coast here, you can see we've got winter weather advisories, a small area of winter storm warnings, not only across the Sierra, but downstream into the Wasatch, Tetons, and we're expecting maybe the first snowfall, especially for Intermountain West, in nearly a month or so. And there's also some gusty winds from near the Monterey Peninsula all the way into central Nevada here. So here's a look at the high temperatures for today, and things are going to thaw out a little bit across the east. I mean, it's been a icebox for the past month. We're going to see temperatures in the 70s from Texas up into the Tennessee Valley, across almost all the South and even portions of the Southeast. Meanwhile, temperatures will get above freezing in Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., and just shy of New York City. So we'll see some melting, not a ton in the Mid-Atlantic and especially the Northeast. Meanwhile, seasonable temperatures out west. And so let's move to some of the model guidance. Before I jump to the European mean here, sorry about that. I wanted to show just basically a snapshot of what the operational European and GFS are showing for this upcoming weekend with that potent system coming out of the southwest, ejecting into the southern plains. On the left here is the European solution. This is from a 6Z showing a pretty strong surface low developing over Oklahoma. Meanwhile, the GFS is a little bit flatter, not as strong coming out. And this is Saturday morning, as I mentioned. So there's already some spread on the intensity of the system as it ejects out into the southern plains. As we move into Sunday, then, the European once again is on the right. You can see a really well-developed cyclone. It's moving up into the Ohio Valley. We'll see a shield of rain, maybe even thunderstorms from the southern Appalachians all the way down to the Gulf Coast, and a little bit of, on the northern periphery, some snow, maybe a transition zone. And with the strong system coming out, that means the surface ridge over the eastern United States, wedged east of the mountains, is going to give way and retreat much more quicker. The GFS solution is a lot weaker, has a surface low instead of over the Ohio Valley all the way down towards Alabama and Georgia. And that allows the wedge to hold on a little bit more. So we could see some maybe wintry precipitation starting off in the Baltimore, D.C. area. Meanwhile, steady rain across Georgia towards South Carolina, and then maybe some few thunderstorms south of there in the warm sector. By the time we get to Monday, the spread still exists between the two operational solutions. A very strong low pressure system moving off the northeastern seaboard with the cold front spread passing through the state of Florida. The GFS, it's a bit weaker, a bit more uncertainty whether what low is going to develop off the eastern seaboard. And not to lose track of things, but by next Monday, there's still some spread on timing of how strong and how far south the moisture advection into California is at that time. So let me jump back to the European mean, and I just wanted to show, this is a Saturday morning. You can see it's like in between the two operational solutions. Not as strong as the operational European, but not as weak as the GFS. As we move out 24 hours to Sunday morning, you can see instead of a deep low over the Ohio Valley or a very weak system tracking across the southern tier of the country, the European mean is right dab in the middle of the operational European and GFS. So this still would, you could see these are surface winds. You could still see there's a lot of Gulf moisture from the Atlantic that's going to overrun potentially into a cold dome of high pressure east of the mountains. By Monday morning then, the European mean, it's once again right dab in the middle of the operational European and GFS with a system coming off the eastern seaboard and the cold front pass off the southeast passing through the Florida peninsula. No matter what, this is going to be a wet system. These are PW anomalies from the European mean, and we're talking about maybe maybe a little bit more standard deviation above normal. So you can see as we move throughout the weekend here, and this is 12Z Sunday, there's a lot of moisture spreading northward, not only into the southern and southeastern section of the country, but potentially into the Ohio Valley, and especially into the mid-Atlantic area and possibly reaching the northeast. Just wanted to show, if I backtrack here, there's still a decent amount of moisture, though it doesn't look impressive into California. And with any time with a mean, you're going to get things blended out a little bit. So there could actually be a lot more moisture, not only for California, but this system in the eastern U.S. The Weather Service is already advertising for Saturday heavy rainfall threat across the lower Mississippi Valley into the Tennessee Valley. This is the Weather Service 7-day QPF forecast. So we're talking about potentially 1 to 2 inches from Oklahoma all the way to the southeastern U.S., and maybe as much as 3 to 4 inches from eastern Oklahoma and Arkansas, spreading into the mid-south and maybe including the southern Appalachians. Meanwhile, upstream, very, very heavy precipitation for the coastal ranges in California, and that spreads into the Sierra. And after a month of no precipitation, the Sierra is really going to get slammed with heavy snowfall. We could be talking not just a foot, but feet. Weather Service, minor winter storm probabilities. This is for Saturday. You can see here potentially 20 to 40, maybe 50%. It's mainly the central Appalachians into central PA, the Poconos up towards the Adirondacks. You can see there's a real sharp gradient right along the I-95 corridor. And as we move out to the whole 24-hour period for Sunday, most of the heavy snowfall potential or minor winter storm severity index is going to be the interior portion of the Northeast up towards New England. And look at Sunday for Northern California mountains towards the Sierra. We're talking at least 100% probability of minor impacts. Just wanted to mention, the past month, and I'm going to show you in a second what NCEI just published. But anyhow, the ridge was out west, the very, very amplified and anomalous upper trough over the east. As we move Friday through the weekend and the early next week, you can see that ridge is repositioning itself across or from the Gulf all the way up into the northern plains and upper Midwest, where temperatures could be at least 10 to 20 degrees above normal, and up in the upper Midwest, maybe even 20 to 25 degrees above normal during these are max temperature anomalies. In the east, near normal. Out west, you can see temperatures are going to be much below normal, especially across California. And as I mentioned, NCEI issued its mean temperature percentiles for January, and as expected, there are below average conditions over much of the eastern United States. And then out west, you can see not only how warm it was, but how dry. And that's all I have for you this morning. Thanks for joining me at Hail Mary Meteorology. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning.